welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing this look, which I didn't know I didn't know what we were gonna be doing. I kind of was like winging it. Took a good like 5-minute break while I was filming, being like, okay, what the F am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Anyways, so we came out with this purple and pink fun look, kind of sunset-y. This is what we're doing. So if you want to find out how to get this look, then I guess keep on watching. Or click away now. All right, let's go. I'm obviously gonna start with primer. This is the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat, you know, same one I've been using. I actually have no idea what I'm gonna film today. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my eyes. So I guess we'll see. Next for foundation, I'm gonna use an old favorite of mine. I'm gonna use the Maybelline FitMe foundation. I hope this isn't too dark for me. We'll see. I used to mix this. Oh my God, that was so much. I used to mix this foundation with another shade of the FitMe, and I am out of the other shade. But I do like this foundation, so I'm just gonna roll with it. So as per usual, I'm gonna go ahead with my Morphe M439. Just gonna dip that into that foundation, and we're gonna pray. Oh, by the way, this is the shade 230 Natural Buff. I'm scared. Yeah, it's okay. I feel like it would like match my arms, but my neck is just like super white. It's fine. For concealer, I'm gonna use this little MaryKay sample that my mom gave me. I guess she works with someone who does MaryKay. This concealer, I tried it the other day, and it's super, super bright. It's very white. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that. I don't even know. It's Ivory 2. This is the shade. Ivory 2. I'm just gonna put a little bit on here. Also, this concealer is super thick, I noticed. Like, it's really high coverage, which is great, but a little bit intense. I'm just gonna put this kind of just to brighten up the face a little bit. And then just because I don't want it to be too harsh under the eyes, I'm just gonna go in with a little tiny bit of my Maybelline FitMe concealer in the shade 10 Light. I'm just gonna, you know, put a little bit of that there too. See this? Oh my God. I'm just gonna go back with that 10 Light shade there. Just add a little bit more over top. Just to add some depth back in there. Oh my good Lord. So I went ahead and set my eyeshadow base on my eyelids. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with my Laura Mercier powder. Lately I've been steering away from baking. I've actually found that it's been drying out my under eyes a little bit more than it used to. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that powder on this M438 brush. It's just kind of, it's a pointed, fluffier brush. It's very good for under eyes. And I'm just gonna gently pat that in there. Now that I've got my under eye set, I'm gonna go ahead with my FitMe loose powder, and I'm just gonna set the rest of my face here. And then because I'm still brainstorming ideas on eyes, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the face. I'm gonna start with bronzer. I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer, and I'll use my R2 today. So how did I do in the last video when I had that little vlogging, you know, mini section? What did you guys think? It's kind of weird. It's something to get used to for sure, especially like for the two, like Jordan and I both, to be in it is just like, I don't know, it takes some getting used to. Having a camera, you know, like following you around a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna jump over to blush using my Sephora Hysterical number 11 and just my little blush brush, the M530. And I'm just gonna start back here, actually. These days I've been starting kind of like back on my cheeks, blending it into my contour, and then gently bringing it up to the apples of my cheeks. And then after, with whatever's left on my brush, I've just been kind of swiping it over the middle of my nose just to add, like really gently, just to add a little bit of life there, and that's it. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in. We're going to do eyes. Still don't really know what I'm gonna do, so I guess we're just gonna wing it together. Do you know what's weird? Is usually when I don't have any inspo, I just watch documentaries. Like I'll like do my makeup while I'm watching a documentary and it inspires me. If that's weird. It is weird actually. But it's always like Planet Earth, like Earth or animal documentaries, and I'm always just like, wow, I'm in my zone. Like I can do anything now. It's so weird. I don't know why. Okay, well, what was that look I did that time? Oh, yes. Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna do, I think I did it once before. I think it was like purple to pink. Yeah. Okay, that's what we'll do. So this is gonna be a mix of palettes and colors. The first palette I'm gonna go in with is Subculture, and I'm just gonna hit it with Roxy over here, this like pinkish, orangish shade. And I'm gonna take that on a dome brush that is pointed at the top. Take that in the crease and just swipe it along. Next, I'm going to jump into the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm gonna go into Love Letter here, this pink shade. And I am going to take that on this brush. This is the E17, so it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more dense. And I'm gonna take it very lightly. So I'm just gonna do one little dip into Love Letter, and I'm gonna go directly in the deepest part of my crease, so below the Roxy shade. I'm just going to swipe it across. It's always better to start light with darker, more pigmented shades and then add more. So this is now my second dip into the pan and back onto my eye. And as I'm going, I'll just go back into the brush we used for the first shade, and I will just swipe that across as well, just to make sure that I'm keeping that shade built up at the same time. Okay. This is gonna be fun. For the lid, we're gonna go into the Morphe 35P palette. We're gonna go into this super bright, like grape soda purple. So I did this look recently. I kind of just made it up on the spot. So I'm just gonna use the same brush that still has like mad purple on it. This is the M441. I like this brush because it's a little bit more flat, but still got that like fluffy texture to it. So I'm just gonna really pack the product into the bristles. I'm going to just gently swipe that across the lid. By using this bigger brush, I'm able to keep the brush lower towards my lash line, and it's gonna gently blend it out basically for me and bring it up to the crease colors that we have, because it's still got that fluffy texture, right? And then now I'm just going back in with the brushes that I used in the crease just to make sure that everything stays nice and blended, nice and seamless, and we'll continue building it up that way. Okay, so at this point I'm feeling pretty good about the way that it's looking, but I want to pack more of a punch on the lid with that purple. So I'm gonna go in with the brush from the, I think this is like either the Subculture or the Modern Renaissance. Anyways, it's the double-sided Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I'm gonna go in with the flat side, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. This brush is just a little bit smaller and a lot more dense, so it's really gonna pack that color on for me. Right in the center of my lid, I'm just gonna be swiping downwards towards my lash line, keeping it really low because we don't want to disturb the blend that we have going on up towards the crease, which is why we're gonna be swiping downwards. Ooh, there we go. And then taking that first brush we used for the purple shade and just, again, blending that crease area, making sure that it's a nice diffused line going up towards the crease. I feel like in the process of the purple, I lost my pink a little bit, so I just dipped this brush back into the Modern Renaissance pink that we had, and I'm just gonna swipe that back into the crease, basically just building and rebuilding shades until I feel like I'm content, you know? It's really hard to say with makeup that there's a right or a wrong. You just gotta keep building it up till you know, it looks the way that you want it to look. Even when you're recreating someone else's original idea, everyone has a little bit of a different vision, or they have different needs for their eye shape or their face shape or whatever it may be. So yeah, you basically just go until you feel content, and then you stop. Okay, so I think at this point I've decided that I want to keep most of the focus on my upper lids. I'm not going to do much to the lower lash line. I'm just going to take the brush that we used for the first shade that we used, which was the pinkish Roxy shade from the Subculture palette. I'm not really going to put anything on it, just whatever was already on it, and I'm just going to swipe that across my lower lash line just to connect it up. And then other than that, I'm just going to go in with my brown Kohl liner pencil, and I'm just going to gently run that along my lash line for a little bit of depth and making it look like I have more lashes than I do. And then I'll just swipe over it with that same brush we were just using, just to make sure that it's nice and diffused. And then at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead with lashes. So I'm gonna curl them and put some mascara on, and then of course do my false lashes. And I guess that would basically be it. All right, so BRB, I'm just gonna do lashes real quick. And then finally for eyes, now that my lashes are on, I'm just gonna go back into my Modern Renaissance really quick with a tiny flat brush. I'm just gonna dip into this Tempera shade. I'm just gonna use that for my brow highlight and my inner corner highlight. All right, let's zoom you guys out, do some highlight on the face, and we will call it a day. Highlight, so I'm gonna go ahead with my Lock It setting spray. And then I think because we're trying to keep the eyes the main focus of this look, I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm just gonna do the Starburst and Mimosa thing that I usually do on my M510. Usually when I'm trying to just have like more of a subtle glow that just looks like a, I don't know, a shine, or you know, like a nice shine rather than Trophy Wife, which is a little bit more sparkly and glittery and like in your face, I'll just do this instead. And I feel like it just looks more like a natural, healthy, oh my god. Oh, every time I use this, I forget how much I love it. But then every time I use Trophy Wife, I forget how much I love it, so. With that done, I'm gonna go ahead with lips. I'm gonna use this lip liner that I got from the MaryKay lady from my mom. It's called Soft Blush, and I'm just gonna line my lips. Obviously it's a lip liner, and then I'm just gonna go ahead with my Gloss Bomb from Fenty. And there we go, that is the finished look. I pretty much impromptu'd this, had no idea what I was gonna do when we started this video, and you know, here we are. I like it. It's fun. Don't forget to subscribe if you have fun here with me, and if you don't, then why are you watching my videos? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night or whatever time it is. I just hope you have a good one. That's it. Bye, you guys. I mean, what? Oh my god, how did I do that? Bye. I hope so.